Hello, everyone. How you doing? Great to see you today. I hope you can hear me okay. I think you can hear me okay. If you can hear me okay, would you do me a favor and just put a one into that chat box for me? The big number one. Thank you. I'm seeing some ones come in. Thank you very much. So that shows me that you can hear me okay. Great. Well, thanks for showing up today. It's a really informal meeting. Today I'm open for all questions that you might have or requests for explanations or demos of features or whatever you want to do, whatever you'd like me to do, that is. And whatever you want to do with your time here today, because this is your time and I'm here for you to do help you in any way that I can. So I just set up this little blog here, a brand new blog for testing, and I haven't even tried it yet. I assume it's going to work great. Um, and I was going to show you guys a new feature that I added just over the last upgrade, which is it's a little bit finicky. So you're still working on a lot of stuff, developing a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to get stuff out as fast to you as I can, because you can take a long time to develop things. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I actually worked at Microsoft back in the day, and they have like some interesting policies. Like, for example, they will give you, if you want to add a new feature to a software in Microsoft, at least in those days, it would be 1 week to add the feature and 8 weeks to debug the feature. So if I did it like that, you guys would not get features very quickly. So I tend to push them out as soon as I think they're working pretty well, and then there may be a little glitch along the way, but I will get everything solved. So hi, Ruth Ann. She's asking me that we should only use it on a new blog. No, that's not really true at all. I mean, I would do that for the Silo Factory just to get a feel for it if you're using the Silo Factory, because the Silo Factory is, fundamentally changes the structure of your blog, and you can, you don't really hurt your blog at all if you put it on a production blog, but it might not exactly play that well with the previous existing blog. So if you're playing around with Silo Factory, you might want to just get a brand new blog in order to, test it out and just see how it runs. But as far as having the regular creator and everything, it's a great way. The creator is a great tool to add new content to any existing blog without affecting any previous content. And Paul has a question. Yeah, themes. Okay. A lot of people ask me about the themes, and the themes definitely have a huge effect on how your blog is going to look. What I like to do, especially when I'm using the Silo Factory, again, I keep talking about Silo Factory, and a lot of the people watching this video, you might not even have Silo Factory, so no mean to. I really apologize. I have a bit of an allergy issue right now with down here in South Florida. It's kind of driving me crazy, and I really apologize if I sound weird or something. But sure, I'll do some demos. Anyway, this really basic part is just for content, and you can add content to any blog, so that's cool. Another thing, if you guys are new to WordPress, I really should show you, one of the first things that you want to do if you're you may already know this, but if you don't, you definitely want to come down here to the settings and select permalinks. And you want to select post name like I have here, and then click the save button down here. So what that does is if you start up a new blog and you don't do that, all your URLs are going to be actually like P equals 123 or something instead of the name of a post like Hugh's Great Meeting or whatever. So let's go back. And so this is a brand new blog here. I mean, there's absolutely nothing on it. And I don't like this theme. Pardon me, there's these what they call the block themes. They're new, and I'm going to be creating code to work with them too. And in fact, the Smart AI Post Assistant does work with the block editor and everything, but these themes right here, they don't work with the Silo Factory because they expect you to go and what they call edit the site. And I've tried playing around with it. I don't like it very much. It forces you to create new menus and stuff. So it's not like we can use the tool to create a menu and then plug it in the way we can with a theme that's not a block type of theme. But it's a good thing to talk about this because you kind of need to know a lot of this. And you asked me about the theme, Paul. So that's what I'm kind of going on about here. 2023 is a block theme, and it's probably going to be the thing of the future. So I'm going to have to learn to program against it anyway. But if I go back to, I think 22 is a regular type of theme, and let's try and just activate that one. So you see the default install of WordPress, it gives you that 2023, which is the new block theme. And honestly, I don't know anybody that really likes it that much. Let me let Dave in. And people coming in, joining us. Hello, Dave. And so now we have this one. Let me just see, and the way that that actually may also be a block theme because we don't have our menus and stuff here. So let me go back to 2021. Thing is, pardon me, I'll start again. I used to love, the WordPress themes before this block thing started happening because it was great for, programming stuff, which is what I do. Here you go, talking about the blocks again. Let me just see what that is after we publish it and see what we got. And I'm going to go for a different theme though after this, but let me just see what we got with this one. Divi, I don't know, Dan, that's a whole different type of thing, and I haven't programmed with Divi, to work inside of Divi. So you'd have to try it and see. I mean, Divi is just a thing for making. I think it is like a block editor, like I'm talking about, and it does make lovely things. But the way that I have approached WordPress, I've been creating these softwares now since like 2012, when my first one was called ICC Pro, Instant Content Curator Pro, and I launched that also on the Warrior Forum back in 2012 with John Pierce. And that was all about WordPress. And, really standard WordPress means that you create a page or you create a post, and a post is an entry in an aggregation, like a feed, right? And so every post has like a title, a body, and tags. And along with that, it also may have a featured image that's featured, and obviously a category goes with a post also. So these are all parts, elements, and they're very basic elements of the content that we're dealing with. Now, if you look at a page may have some of those things attached, but that's not the point of a page. a page is about, it's considered, you know, like static, and a page is not going to be listed with a bunch of other pages on a page, if you know what I'm saying. Like on WordPress, you know, the post page or a category, you have what I call aggregated listing of posts. In fact, I'll give you an example here on my my other blog here, which let me get back on from here. I'm doing it live. You know, my peeps know I do it live. Some things go wrong because I'm not like the smoothest type of marketer. I'm not like Mr. Smooth, and I'm not going to ask you to buy anything or anything like that. But it's so far everything's going great. There is Felix. Let's let Felix in. And so here's a great example, and this will answer even more questions because you asked me about a theme, and then we're talking about the difference between a post and a page. So the way that this was designed is like every top level thing is a category, right? And everything that's underneath the category is a post. Therefore, it should be that if you go to the category, you'll see a list of those posts in an aggregation, like, right? Let's just see if that is correct. Well, not really. So this blog doesn't really give you, if I did category, well, I won't worry about it. The point is that if you look at the front page, you see these lists of posts, and the lists are determined by, you know, what category the post has on it. For example, down here, you can see these are all under the category of technical SEO. These are all under the category of on-site SEO, and these are all under the category of off-site SEO. These are all being written by my campaigns, by the way. And so that's how, because I set up different campaigns, posted different categories, and then we get full listings of categories, and then you can choose the theme, which is like I like to search for themes that have the word news attached to it. Like I'll search for the keyword news for themes, and then you see a lot of interesting configurations. Like this one is pretty nice. It's like has all these different sections that really take advantage of the category structure that has like post under a category. And it just sort of goes on. And then if you got a nice campaign going, then you really just start filling stuff out. In fact, I have like 6 different campaigns just to show you on this particular site. And they just posted about an hour and a half ago. I sort of did them all at the same time, so they post all at the same time. And we're going to have different controls for the campaign time. As you see down here, I've already created these. I just have to get them programmed into the you know, the posting algorithm. So we're not far from that. But in the meantime, they're going to post right around the time that you set them up and started it. But it's really nice. So there you go, themes. Now, let me go back to that other blog. So just to show you kind of what I was talking about, if I go now to add new theme, see, it's a lot more than just how to create content with AI. You know, you got to be able to present it correctly, and I guess that's why I'm talking about themes. And Paul, you're not the only one that asked me about themes either. You know, Divi, Ruth Ann, I don't really consider it a theme. It's more like a block builder. So that's why, you know, you use Divi to create a very individualistic look. If you know what you're looking for and you want to put this there and you want to have that there and you really want it right in that configuration, then you might use Divi, or I like Optimize Press. That's like my favorite builder is Optimize Press, and that doesn't really work um, with this plugin. I mean, not that great. It doesn't. It kind of clashes a little bit. So I'm not putting this plugin on a site where I have Optimize Press, but I do like Optimize Press. I used to use it for sales pages, but this time, by the way, I used regular HTML for all my sales pages, so I didn't use any builder at all. Anyway, so you've got these themes popular, you got latest, you've got block themes, and that's what I was telling you before. These don't really play well with our system. I mean, they probably play well with just the regular creator for the Smart AI, because again, all you're doing is creating content. And again, the way I look at it, the elements of a piece of content, and that's what you get from Smart AI content creators. You get the title, the body, tags, and of course you get an image prompt too. But that's not really, you know, a vital element of a content that you're going to put out there. You can create the image and then add that, it becomes a featured image, and then that goes into your feed too. But you got title, body, tags, image, category. And of course, the Smart AI uses categories that are already created, so it's not worrying about that. You do that in the Silo Factory, you create categories, but not in the regular plugin, you know, the regular base plugin, as I call it. So what you're going to be doing is actually choosing a category in here. So just to show you real quick, it's right here is the category. So we don't have any categories in here right now. Interesting how that's green. I've never seen that before. It's kind of tripping me out. It may be a new version of WordPress that now they have that the green on the editor screen. You know, I don't know why they do that, but they did. So block themes will stay away from that. If you go to the latest here, you're going to see a lot of cool new ones. And I mean, the latest ones, as long as they're not a block theme, you can see like this one even has the name block on it. The difference that you're going to find, forgive me for just a moment. So the difference that you're going to find between these themes is that if you have a block theme, you're just going to see like themes and edit over here. You're not going to see menus, widgets, all this other stuff, because the block theme takes all that away, and that's why it kind of takes away some of our power when we use the Silo Factory, because we want to have these menus here. I could just make a quick silo on this post while we're hanging around this blog while we're talking about stuff, and then we'll have something to work with. I don't have any saved silos. Maybe I'll see. Let's see if AI can build me something. What do you want to make a website about? Anybody got any suggestion? Anything they got just burning to make a website about? Otherwise, I'll just pick something. Okay, let's say Foods of Italy. How about that? Foods of Italy. Okay, let's see what we can get with that. Hopefully it works. Like I said, I always do it live. You never know, things go wrong. So let's see. Foods of Italy. You know what the Jeopardy song, right? That's what we need right now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 boo, 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 boo. Guys still with me? We're pretty quiet on the chat over there. It's just so fascinating. Everybody's just glued to the screen, right? Probably, right? There you go. Okay. So we got a sales a sala about Italian food. It's pretty good. So yeah, it's a good thing, right? If it's working, it's a good thing. If it's not working, it's a bad thing. I will say that. So the thing is, I will make a few tweaks in here because you notice that when it starts out, every one of these is a page, right? And I talked about the difference between posts and pages because pages consider to be like a static thing. So if you make your website out of pages, it's still okay, but your front page especially has to be looking really good. Like I show you on this website here. Well, I went away from the site, but this site looks good because of the way the theme takes advantage of the category to post structure, right? Because if these were all pages, it would be a whole different ball game because this theme doesn't populate with pages, it populates with posts. You understand what I'm saying? So if I had created this all with pages, it might be just as interesting and there'd be just as much good content, but the front page would not silo correctly, or it would silo to the pages, but it wouldn't silo so beautifully the way that this does. So, I mean, a lot of websites that you go to are just pages and they're very nicely made. This one goes to that one and this links over to this, and each one has a specific purpose. But the cool thing about WordPress and our ability to leverage these categories, and especially using the featured images, this is just a demo. I mean, I do get opt-ins on this page, believe it or not, but it's a demo for you. I'm giving it to you as a demo so you can see, and you could imagine any category. I mean, any niche, what I'm saying, any niche, and also, since you're users of the Smart AI content creator, you should also know, if you haven't already seen me talking about it, is that, I created that website using a specific algorithm in the images, which is called 3D object. I'm trying to find it here. Here it is. So 3D object. You see, they're all kind of isometric images. So, and it's also very uniform. So I'm going to keep looking for other image providers to keep providing more cool stuff, but this Deep AI, it starts right here. Basic text to image. That is the first of the Deep AI. Everything above that is from Riku. And then Deep AI starts here at basic text to image. And every time you use Deep AI, you get actually 4 images on each call, which is different from the other ones. DALL-E down here is actually not Deep AI, that's Open AI. Sometimes over this weekend, Open AI was failing this call, like too many people using DALL-E, I guess. But all these other ones, from basic text to image down to the cyberpunk portrait generator, those are all Deep AI. They all give you 4 images, and they all give you a very kind of specialized, like very individualistic look. So you might want to play around with a lot of these different types and just see what you get. And you might find one particular combination that really gives you a really individualistic look for your website, like kind of like I did here. I'm not saying this is the greatest thing in the world, but I like it. I think it's kind of cool. And I mean, it's not the only look in that we have, so you can try different things. And especially like when if you're using campaigns, then you're going to have that anyway. You will pick one. Try to get these things out of the way so I can click. Like on the campaigns here, you have the same selection right here. I think I may have taken out the Riku, as a matter of fact, and the DALL-E, because I didn't want them to fail. And the Deep AI are really reliable. It's just downright reliable. So like I think I just put those into the campaigns. I might put the other ones in as well, now that they're kind of stabilizing a little bit. But so that's how that works. So let's go back to that other blog and let me just get this done. So the thing is, I don't think I want all these categories, I mean, all these different pages is too much. So I'm going to let home just be the slash with the categories like I did on the other one. So I won't have a home page, and I'll just get rid of these right here. About, okay, so what I'm going to do now is take all the top level items here and just change it to category. And you'll notice that it's programmed that when you do that, everything under turns to a post. And so this is how you can create that beautiful structure that takes advantage of these themes to get a bunch of posts under a category, and then they show up like populating these themes just beautifully. I'll do it with the wines, the dishes, Italian dessert, coffee, some culture, Peccanicus, and health. That's a lot of good stuff, right? Now, when you get down to this, I asked it to include this because you need all these things, and it's actually possible to create most of these things with the AI, but it's not going to do that automatically. So I'm going to just basically make these so that I'll do it myself later on those pages down there. I'm going to try to get that. That's kind of throwing right. Later, let's just do all those the same. But all the other ones, I'm going to have just let it write it automatically. It's supposed to do that when you uncheck it too, but that's not working. I have to get that fixed. That's on my list, so you could just uncheck it and it won't do it. But actually, as of right now, you got to click in and select that. So it'll still create everything. It just won't write content for it. Everything else, though, it should be writing content. So let's just go ahead and do it. I don't believe I have to reinitialize. Let's just make sure. And that's a crap theme. So I'll tell you what. Well, let's put in the primary menu. That's fine. See, now the other thing that happens, and a lot of you may not even have the style factor, so I'm sorry I'm going on about it, but I'm just, for those of you that do have it, the theme that you have selected determines what's going to come up here in the menu thing. You want to select the primary menu so that this silo gets poked into that slot. So if I had stuff on the blog and I wanted to get rid of it, I could do this, but I could reinitialize it. And that would delete everything, but I don't have anything yet, do I? Let's just see. No categories. I think we already saw it, just said uncategorized. So, okay, let's go. And bingo. It's a lot of different entries to be created. So there's a glitch every now and then. I don't know if it's worked completely perfectly, but we can take a look at the main site now and see if there's stuff there. Okay, great. So we got all the menu here has everything that we wanted, that we asked for. That's a crap theme though, like I said. So yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it works without you choose a good theme, but the problem is, see how these themes within the block themes, they have these stupid things on the front. See, this is what I mean. That's not, I did not create that content. That's like, you have to go and edit that. I would much rather have it like a beautiful thing. So we're going to do that now, have a beautiful theme. So let me just go, and I'll just go over to the admin again. And I think I don't still have that themes open. So we'll just go to the themes and I'll pick one. This actually may be work. In fact, what I would do, let me just check, because if you go to settings and then go to reading, okay, and then you're going to see a static page, create your website with blocks. Okay, so that's not what I want. So Ruth Ann, you may have a very good point there that it is going to work without me even changing the theme. All I have to do is make this little change here to my latest post, because that's what makes that structure blossom on the front page. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then we'll have a real look at it. Did I open that a new window or no? Okay, so we'll just open it now and see what it looks like. So now that's a little closer to what you want. You know, I mean, it's still an ugly theme, but you can see it has the, what I call the aggregation of all the different pieces of content, right, that are going to be appearing here. It doesn't, the content will be written, but it doesn't get written immediately because there's a bit of a little process that goes on to get the images and everything. So it's not like bang, but you know, it does, it will start to work. But before that, I think I would like to get a different theme. So let me do that. And then once we have the theme set, I'll start playing around with the creator a little bit. So now you can see, let me so theme. Let's just go theme. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. I hope you are. I might have to take about a 1 minute break somewhere along the line because I have to let my wife in as she comes home from work. It could be anytime. I don't know when that comes up. It's anytime, but I'm sure you'll be fine. You can get a drink while I'm doing that. Okay, so I'm in the latest. We already have content, although we might not have images yet. The way that the Silo Factory works is that as people browse your site, and it doesn't even have to be people, it could be Google bot or anything that's spidering your site, or any little touch, just the slightest touch on your site can make our processes work in the background, but it doesn't do it by itself. Like we own the server. If we own the server, we could make the process go by ourselves. But since we don't, well, actually I do, but you know, for a lot of people don't, you know, you have a plugin, you install it on a hosting that you're renting the hosting or whatever. You don't own that server, so you can't go as the administrator and make things run automatically. So that's why you have to have on a WordPress plugin, it's like this WordPress cron process, which is triggered by external traffic, you know, of any kind. Like I said, it could be a spidering bot or anything. Anybody even just looking at an image could cause it. So these are good things. And then while we're looking, let me just see what's going on with these this content, by the way. So you can see all the content that was created here. I mean, all the posts. The content hasn't really been created yet, but the full structure has been created. You have all of these posts. You have all of these categories. Let's see them. There they are. And then pages, we have some pages because those will be the legal pages that we did. About, contact, disclaimer, legal. Some of these other ones were here when you know, as a result of just installing the blog, the WordPress. Anyway, so you know, what you can do is like refresh the page a few times and you might see things start to populate, but it could take longer, especially when you've got a silo like this that's fairly involved. It's not just like 5 or 6 items. You know, it was a pretty big list of entries, so it could take a little while for them all to start filling in. But maybe, you know, I'm hoping by the time I love you and leave you today, you know, some of it will be filled in. One of the first things that it has to do is get the images, and it doesn't look like we have any yet. So, okay, that's fine. So let's go back to our theme hunting. This looks like fun. Some of the themes, so they have bugs and you can't even use it, you know. Let's try this Gridbone and see. And you can do a live preview of the theme if you install the theme first. A live preview means that you can see the theme with your own content loaded into it. Otherwise, it'll give you a preview with fake content. So I'm just trying to install this, and then we'll see what a preview looks like, a live preview. Of course, you won't see any images yet because the silo hasn't downloaded it yet, those images, but let's take a look. There you go. So if we had images on these posts yet, they'd all be in this square, but you can see all the names of the articles. And we'd also probably have images, you know, filling up the top. That isn't really looking that great, though. I like the top part, but it's like it doesn't have a whole lot going on other than that. So I'm going to say no on that one for now. Maybe later when we have images, it'll look better. I hope this is good for you guys. I hope you're getting what you came here for today. And if you're not, you know, let me know. And if exactly what you wanted to get out of the meeting today, and I'm here for you. Whatever you need, you know, whatever you want. I'm sort of going through a lot of basic stuff about WordPress that will really help you get the most out of any type of approach to, you know, to blogging with WordPress. Let's see. I haven't even searched for news yet, but I'm just looking at some of these new themes. Let's see what this looks like for fun. Okay, let's go live preview. So that's pretty good. I like that. Okay. Paul. So like, I just picked that, from the list of new themes, and I just really like that. And especially when I'm going to have these images starting to fill in, it's got an interesting way that it chases your mouth around. It's kind of bizarre. But I like it. You see, it's already got my entire silo menu strapped in, which is fantastic. So I am going to look at it. It's got all these different, the aggregated categories and stuff really listed out nice. And again, like I said, once the images start to come in, that will even make it better. I wish it would be faster, but especially since this is a brand new test blog that I just installed, there's not really a whole heck of a lot of traffic coming in on it. Let me just see what I can do about that real quick. Foods of Italy. In a future iteration of Style Effect, I will have that done as a part of the process too, but that's okay. Okay, you can do that right in the general settings. So I think I did activate that, right? I hope I did. So let me just see. Yep. Okay. So now it's just about getting content. And that is a bit of a, let's see if we got anything done yet. Okay. Well, it's going to take a little time. That's how it goes. So let me just go and make some more content while we're waiting. See, now the nice thing is, you remember when I showed you the categories before, it was only, yeah, I should have picked a smaller niche, right? But there was only one category which was uncategorized, but now you see we have all these categories down here. So I will choose traditional Italian dishes. I mean, I didn't have to choose it now, but I'm just thinking about what I'm going to write about. So I'll do that, and I'm going to get something about spaghetti. I like spaghetti. And the cool thing about this is like you really don't need more than one word to get a great article. You could put more in, like history of spaghetti or all about spaghetti, wherever. And it's sort of pretty much assumes that. And another thing, cool, Ruthann. So another thing that I put in, it's sort of iffy, but it's been working. So it's like if I put a URL in here, this is a total fake URL, but I'm going to put HughesRestaurant.com, and then I say great spaghetti, and that's not supposed to be literal, although sometimes it does. The AI is kind of finicky. You don't always know what it's going to do. So I'm hoping it's going to put a link to my restaurant and say something about great spaghetti. So we'll see. Let's just see what happens. Okay. I need that Jeopardy theme song again. I could probably just get that. Okay, where are we? Okay, there we go. Okay, great. We got our content. And who wants to take the next question? What's your category? I'll take Italian foods for 500, Hugh. Okay, so got a nice little article here. And so now we just need some visual. So let's go to the Smart AI. We might as well try analog diffusion. We'll try Riku. It takes a little bit longer. Tell you what, I won't. I will go with the Deep AI basic text image, which does some great stuff. It doesn't take huge long prompts, so that's what you should know about the Deep AI stuff. You know, if you're a Midjourney user, you know, the Midjourney takes huge long prompts and it thinks about every little one, but these ones are a little bit sort of like the cut rate versions because they'll take, if you give them a huge long prompt, they'll look at this much of it and they throw away the rest of it. So, but you still get some awesome, beautiful images. So let me see. I'm just going to say spaghetti. That's all I really have to say here. I mean, you can get a little more complicated than that. Of course, like I could say a man eating spaghetti. I don't want to play around with humans though, because sometimes these AI is not that great at people. I don't know if you noticed that. The Rikus are pretty good though. That's not too bad. Some of these other ones are a little strange. I think they're getting better. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. You know, sometimes the hands or the eyes are very bizarre when they try to create humans. And also it depends on the algorithm. Like if I chose fantasy world image and then I said a guy eating spaghetti, it might come out really cool. But I'm just going to go with the basic text image spaghetti right now. And I want to get my theme song working. And everybody mark your score. Keep your cards face down. Yeah. And here we go. And there's our lovely spaghetti. And oh, you don't hear the music? I'm sorry. I could like crank it up real loud and it would come through the microphone. I think. Anyway, I won't do that to you. Anyway, so here we go, and this is how it works with the Deep AI images. You get 4 of them. You can click on them down here. Like spaghetti, huh, Richard? Spaghetti. I love spaghetti. So here you go, and there's the little basil on top. Yeah, fresh basil. And then you can also, if you want, you could just use the composite, which has all 4 of them together. That's also a larger image, but let's see which one. I think I'll go with this one. But first you got to save it to your media library. So you're going to do that. I could just open it like this. I could click this one, and then the image will save to disk here. Or I could click this question mark, and this will actually open the image right in the browser. So if I wanted to save that image, I could do that. Save it right to my computer, my phone or whatever. Or I can, if I didn't like that image, I can click the X and that will remove it from the collection before I click the save button. Let's say if I didn't want to save that one, but I'm just going to save them all. So I'll hit this stack of cards image right here. Takes just a quick moment to I just saw what Ruth Ann said. I have Midjourney come back with dogs that have 6 legs. Not a fan. Yeah, you got to know, man, how to do those prompts. Regardless for Midjourney for any of them. But I mean, Midjourney makes some pretty amazing stuff, as does all of these. Really, I've been working with Deep AI for a couple years now, and I just love it. I mean, especially all those awesome algorithms that they have. Anyway, so now I've saved them to the media library. I'll click over to the media library, and I'll just grab the one that I want, just like a regular blog post. Takes a little longer because we're on the Zoom meeting and there's so many bits and bytes going back and forth. It takes a little bit longer for everything to load. But hey, Richard, get some spaghetti, man. You're gonna get some spaghetti after. Okay, so now you can also look at as we open the media library. I'm very happy to say that we now have populated the media library with all of these gorgeous images for Italian food. And that may in fact mean that some of our posts have started to be populated as well, but we'll get there first. But first I want to just grab that one already behind. I've created all these other ones while I was doing that. Silo Factory doing that. So let's go ahead and just insert that. Let's make sure I got the right. Let's the full size, center align, and it's a good idea to put some text in it, right here. Spaghetti. Yeah, I'm on. And then put that into your post, and with a few extra bandwidth taken, it is there. And there we have that. And so now I have, more or less a full post. Now I'd like to see. Okay, so it actually didn't do the right thing here with my link, but it tried. I'm sorry, I'm still working on that because this is really important for me to be able to have it put links into stuff. So that's I mean, I could actually do it again and it would probably get it right. But I can actually just do it myself. So that's why you have your opportunity to, fix anything before you actually post it. So I could just go, gotta get rid of that bracket. So I could just, do this and use the editor to put in a link, just like this. And put that link there. I promise you, I will get this working. I will get this working without having to do this yourself, because I need it for the campaigns. I use this stuff myself, so I need the campaigns running so that they're putting links into every article every day, every link that I want, and so that's how it'll be. So now, anyway, let's go ahead and post this. Just for your information, I also do use another plugin because the creator doesn't make a featured image all by itself, although the campaigns and the Silo Factory do. The base creator doesn't actually do that, so I use a plugin, and I'll probably change it so that it does. It's not a big deal to do that. I just didn't have time. But until then, I use a plugin called XO Featured Image Tools, just so you know. And I did put a little video about that into the training. It's taking forever to load this page. It's crazy. I'm going to just stop that for now. So I do have the XO Featured Image Tool. So this should create a featured image. Let me just go ahead and post it. Bingo. It seems like things are slowing down on my computer right now because I think it's because of Zoom. So if it's going a little slow, I apologize. So let's see how we're looking now. Before I do that, though, I just want to look at the post and see how we're populating these posts. And that's going to take forever too. That's okay. So you guys don't mind waiting, right? It's just this Zoom. Sometimes it can suck up all the bandwidth when you're on the internet, and so things take about 5 times as long to load up. Zoom does that, right, Richard? Yeah. So it was actually doing better at the beginning, but I have a few people on this call today. So, okay, so this one is the one that I just, is it? Yeah, I posted. You know why? Because I hit the button twice. So I have to put in some code so you can't do that. But it's because of the Zoom. I hit the button once and I thought it didn't take or something, so I hit it again. So that's why I got 2 of the same right here. I'm just going to trash one. Let's just, yeah, it's taking real long. Sorry about that. As soon as that loads, gets rid of that, then I'm going to try to see if I can find posts that have been created while we were on this call. Wow, it's really taking a long time. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Oh, look, so you can see here the other ones are now getting created. You can see they already have all their images. They have all their tags and their categories are set. And so this is really good. So now if I go back to the front page, you're going to see how beautiful this is starting to look. Of course, it's going to take a long time to load it too. Okay. Hello world. I got to get rid of hello world. Yeah, let's just go ahead and trash hello world. It's almost completely finished now. Let me just load that one more time without hello world. So see, now it's starting to look really good. Traditional festivals hasn't been finished yet, but you go down here and you start to see how good these posts are looking, on this block. It's just amazing. I mean, isn't that crazy? Just the little amount of work that you need to do to create the most phenomenal websites. And not that you want to necessarily leave it 100% as is. You may want to go in and tweak and add something, maybe add some videos and stuff. I may put in a video search type of function to put videos into the posts right now as well, but I don't have that at the moment. I think I might just look at another theme though, is just for the fun. I don't like the way it's so dark on there. You know what I mean? I think I would prefer it to, because they're such colorful pictures, I would prefer them to look colorful. So let me see if maybe this theme will work now that I tried before. It didn't look that good. I do believe you can flip these sites, Ruth Ann, and I believe you'll be able to do a great business flipping these sites. So this one still isn't working well. Look at it, doesn't really fill out that well. So I don't like that theme. That one I'm not going to mess with. Let's see, what else do we have? Add new. I'm going to add new. Anybody have any other questions or anything? I don't know how long you want to stay in the call. I'm game to stay as long as you want. It's already been 1 hour. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm having a great time. I could talk about this forever, but I know everybody has a life, you know, that you got to get to. Let's just see how some of these themes look. Anybody have any questions about the base plugin creator? Uh-oh. So yeah, you gotta get going soon. Here's the nice one that I like that I use on another site that I have, Newspaper X. But the way that these themes are set up, it's like they only give you one color unless you upgrade. And then you can choose the color. This one is like stuck on green. But it looks kind of cool. Traditional festival hasn't gotten done yet. It's taken a little time. There's usually one that's like a kind of a straggler, but it's just the way it goes. Everything else is like perfect. Yes, you can, Richard. Which one do you want? The silo factor, the bundle, or be happy to share it with you. Okay. I'm going to send that to you. There you go. Thanks, man. Yeah, this is a nice clean theme. I like it. Here's another one. I'll show you another. Share my secrets. I believe I'm using that on this site right here. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so it's my hot deal software. That I bought that as a used domain. It's a pretty good domain, so I do stuff on there. So I use that one. I don't like the way that sticks on green though. I sure would like to be able to change that, but there's no option. So I think you have to like go pro, you know, on these themes. So they're gorgeous themes, but it's like they don't give you uh options to change the colors and stuff. So unless you're like a really good programmer, you can get in and start putting your own CSS in there, you know, that kind of. So, but the good news is that there are so many to choose from that you're going to find one that has the color that you like and the layout and everything. It's just, you see how easy I've shown you tonight. I believe I've shown you how easy it is to try new themes, and especially once you have lovely content that will populate the theme correctly, you know. So, and also the silo, like I showed you, where you change the type from a page to a category, and then all the posts, everything turns into posts. That's how you create these structures. Okay, so it kind of looks to me like, you know, a lot of you are looking to, you know, go and, you know, you got other things to do. So I totally understand that. It's been an hour. And by the way, I've created this meeting tonight as a repeating meeting. So a repeating meeting. I like that. So um, next week I will have the same meeting, and we can all we can all get together again and party down and talk about smart AI content creator if you'd like. I mean, I'll do that as long as everybody wants it, and then I will post these recordings in the help area. I don't know anything, Richard, about WP Bakery Page Builder. I don't know the first thing about it. I'm sorry. Sure, Ruthann. Have a great night and drive carefully. Have a great meeting. Okay, guys. So I'm not getting a lot of feedback from from everyone else, but I hope everybody had a great time on this meeting. You got something out of it, and you see where we're going and everything. So I will wish you lots of good luck and success and everything in happiness in your life. And hopefully I'll see you next week. And just don't hesitate to reach out if I can help you with anything along the way. Okay, guys? Okay, great, guys. And all right, much love, and have an awesome evening. And I'll see you soon. Bye.